Criminal justice system. The criminal justice system is a network of government and private agencies intended to manage accused and convicted criminals. The criminal justice system is comprised of multiple interrelated pillars, consisting of academia, law enforcement, forensic services, the judiciary, and corrections. These pillars are fashioned to support the ideal of legal justice. Legal justice is the result of forging the rights of individuals with the government's corresponding duty to ensure and protect those rights referred to as due process. These constitutional entitlements cannot be given and protected without abiding commitments of those professionals working in the criminal justice system. Consequently, such professionals must submit themselves to ethical principles, the criminal justice system, and evidence presented integrity in their character. This is accomplished with the help of worthy code of professional ethics that signals competence, reliability, accountability, and overall trustworthiness when properly administered.
The importance of the Philippine criminal justice system. The Philippine government has organized and established institutions which serve to maintain peace and order. These institutions are responsible for preventing crimes, enforcement of laws, and apprehension and prosecution of those who violate the law. The criminal justice system is designed to deliver justice for all. This means protecting the innocent, convicting criminals, and providing a fair justice. Without the Philippine criminal justice system and all those who work within it, there might be havoc, violence, theft, and danger all around. But because of the criminal justice professionals, those in the law enforcement, prosecution, courts, corrections, and community, we can trust that we can travel home to work and are out in public safety and securely.
Good day, sir. This time I will discuss the police pillar, the first pillar of the criminal justice system. It also known as the prime mover of the CJS, the frontline and the initiator of the system. It is responsible for enforcing the law, maintaining public order, and preventing crime. The function of the police pillar is consists of patrolling, to supervise, conduct investigating, to identify offenders, and recover disorder, preservation of peace, and protection of life, properties, and individual freedom. And also, there is the roles of police pillar of the CJS. Police is the one that mainly identifies the accused and helps the prosecution to prove the guilt of the accused in the criminal trials. And this is why mainly an investigation is done. The police have assigned multiple duties that is has to perform throughout the criminal case.
The second pillar of criminal justice system is the prosecution of arm of the government. It is mandated to uphold the rule of law. The National Prosecution Service is made up of the regional, provincial, and city prosecutors and state prosecutors. Prosecution services are in fact the society's principal means of pursuing punishment of criminal behavior and its interface with the adjudicate power. A prosecutor is a legal representative of the prosecution in states with either the common law adversarial system or the civil law inquisitorial system. Prosecutors are required to apply the law to criminal cases, protect the rights of the persons involved in criminal proceedings, respect human dignity and fundamental rights, and ensure public security.
The third pillar of the CJS is the court's pillar. It is the forum where the prosecution is given the opportunity to prove that there is a strong evidence of guilt against the accused. What is the role of court in criminal justice system? The judiciary plays a fundamental role in society and for the upholding of social order. Its primary function in fact, is to resolve conflicts through the application of pre-existing norms or, in some cases, precedents which have been issued through legitimate procedures as recognized by the political system. What is the functions of courts? Courts exist to do the justice, to guarantee liberty, to enhance social order, to resolve disputes, to maintain rule of law, to provide for equal protection, and to ensure due process of law.
Correction pillar. The fourth pillar is the correction pillar. It takes over once the accused after having been found guilty, is meted out the penalty for the crime he committed. What is the function of correction? Correction refers to the branch of the criminal justice system that deals with individuals who have been convicted of a crime. The role of the correctional system is to ensure that an offender's sentence is carried out, whether it's time in jail or prison, probation, or community service. Correctional officers play a pivotal role in protecting public safety. They separate individuals to convicted of crime from communities as they serve out their sentences, as they also help those who have completed their sentence to live law-abiding lives through a variety of re-entry services. What is the role of corrections? The main purpose of corrections is the criminal justice system is to punish offenders who commit any crimes. By punishing offenders, it will deter any offenders from committing any more crimes. Corrections ensure that communities are safe, the fear of crime is reduced, and establishes the idea of getting treatment. In Philippine criminal justice system, correctional facility rules are designed to allow prisoners to develop their personal and social relationships. A centralized jail system has improved control over the nation's jail. Special programs and 4 residential facilities provide services for youth development and for youths with special needs.
It is the unique feature of the Philippine criminal justice system to have the community as its fifth pillar. The community in this context refers to the elements that are mobilized and energized to help authorities in effectively addressing the law and concern of the citizenry. Community pillar is also relating to activity that is intended to promote goodness or improve human quality of life and community well-being. It helps the penitent offender to become law-abiding citizen by accepting the ex-convict's re-entry and assist said penitent offender lead a new life as a responsible member of a society. As one of the pillars or components of the criminal justice system, the community with its massive membership has vital responsibilities in law enforcement. The citizens can achieve these roles by identifying offenders, giving data about the illegal activities and cohorts of the criminals, the proliferation of organized crimes and syndicates, volunteering as witness, and adopting precautionary and remedial measures to diminish crimes.
What is the biggest problem in the criminal justice system? Criminal justice refers to law enforcement, legal cases, and prison as part of an overall system of addressing individuals accused or found guilty of crimes. Generally, one of the biggest problems in the criminal justice system is the lack of funding and resources. Fair and unbiased policing and courtrooms are other major concerns, as there is a history of corruption in many criminal justice systems, both in US and around the world. Many criminal justice systems around the world are overburdened with heavy caseloads and suffer from insufficient financial and human resources. This leads to various malfunctions of the justice system, including high levels of impunity, delays in the administration of justice, overuse of trial detention, often for lengthy periods, insufficient use of alternative sentencing options, overcrowded prisons that cannot fulfill their rehabilitative function, and high rates of reoffending. Criminal justice systems often suffer from a compartmentalization and lack of integration of the different components of the criminal justice chain, as well as lack of coordination and collaboration with other sectors essential to ensuring integration responses to crime and violence, such as health, education, and social welfare sectors. The criminal justice system has disparities that are negatively affecting our nation. Specifically, those individuals who come from a low socioeconomic status and who oftentimes end up involved in one way or another with our correctional system. The reality many poverty-stricken individuals and prison inmates face today, along with the research that has been conducted.
Possible solutions to the existing problems in our criminal justice system. Promote community safety through alternatives to incarceration. Our criminal justice system should keep us safe, treat people fairly and respectfully, and be flexible and ready to change with the times. Create fair and effective policing practices. To work for all of us, policing practices should ensure equal justice and be supported by evidence. These practices should be rooted in human rights principles and recognize the importance of maintaining a good relationship between communities and police. Promote justice in pre-trial services and practices. The right to due process is a cornerstone of our commitment to freedom and fairness. Enhance prosecutorial integrity. Prosecutors represent the government and therefore must reflect the highest levels of integrity and ethics in their work. We expect our prosecutors to be unbiased, fair, and committed to transparent administration of justice. Lastly, encourage equitable sentencing. We all want a criminal justice system that treats people fairly, takes a pragmatic and responsible approach, and ultimately keeps us safe. When we've reached the point of deciding to deprive someone of their liberty, we have to be particularly fair and responsible and consider all options.